Hello everyone, welcome to the video on the channel. And the MLB season just ended yesterday. It is currently September 29th, and the MLB Postseason starts tomorrow with the American League and National League wild card, or the first games of the wild card. And I wanted to make some predictions for the postseason. I'm going to show I'm just going to show the postseason bracket and who I think is going to win, along with my World Series winner. I think this should be very good. This is also going to be non-biased. I know I'm wearing a Phillies hat and a Red October shirt, but this is going to be completely non-biased. But anyway, let's get into it. So I'm going to be using the official MLB Postseason Bracket Challenge, where you can you can see all the teams here, and then you can just select who you think is going to win, and then they'll move on to the next round. So, yeah, let's start. The Blue Jays are going to have first round bye. So, first matchup in the American League wild card, we have a classic, Red Sox versus Yankees. Focus. Okay. I think the Yankees are easily going to have this one, honestly. Thing is, the Yankees didn't have the best start to the second half, but that's kind of just the Yankees playing baseball. The Red Sox did crazy good, and, they're still doing really well. But the thing is, they don't have, any of their best players anymore, because, they just... I don't know why, but the Red Sox love just getting rid of their best players. And the Yankees have gotten way better recently. Aaron Judge is finally back from injury, I think, and his arm is better now. So he's going to be playing way better, and the Yankees are going to win it and then go face the Blue Jays in the ALDS. And then next we have the Tigers versus Guardians. Not going to lie, this might be the hardest decision in this entire video. Because, honestly, both could make it. Both could honestly make it. Honestly, I don't know. This is very difficult. I think the Guardians did have a bit of a better... they did have a better season record, and I think a better record against the Tigers. Though, even that was also really close. The Tigers haven't been doing that good recently, though. They once had the best record in MLB, but now they're only 87-75. And they're lower than the Guardians, who were really mid at the start of the season. So honestly, I think the Guardians are actually going to have this one. Because again, they've played better against the Tigers, I think. So they are going to go against the Mariners, who also have a first round bye in the ALDS. Now moving on to the National League wild card. I'm trying to get a better camera angle. The Brewers have a first round bye, and they're going to the NLDS. Okay, we have the Padres versus... I'm trying to get comfortable, sorry. We have the Padres versus Cubs. Now, both are very good. However, I think the Cubs actually straight up have more potential to make it. Again, they're not necessarily playing as good as they have. Well, they're both these teams are right in the middle of the playoff picture. They are really close in there. I think they're going to fight well, but I don't think the Padres just don't have close to what it takes, despite them being 90-72. That's what, yeah, when they win the World Series, that'll come to bite me back. And then finally, we have the Reds versus Dodgers. This is the easiest decision I made in my life. Hang on, I'm just gonna go back. I just want to show it. Yeah, look at that. Way better record. The Dodgers have way better players. The Reds kind of fell off. They only clinched the postseason by one game, and not because they won, but because the Mets lost. So, and yeah, the Dodgers have more potential. They won the World Series last year. So, yeah. And then my Philadelphia Phillies have a first-round bye, and the Dodgers are going to fight them in the NLDS. So, moving on. We have the American League Division Series. The Blue Jays versus Yankees. This is interesting because they actually both have the same record. However, this is also a very close one. But I think, honestly, the Blue Jays are going to have this. Because... honestly, I think the Blue Jays do have... I don't know much about the Blue Jays players, but the fact that they've been able to hold up this positive record... I said earlier, I hinted at this earlier, the Blue Jays are the team that were not even that good at the start of the year, but now they've been able to consistently keep up a positive record, and the fact that they're able to do it the entire year is insane. Meanwhile, the Yankees have had big fall-offs, but then will randomly come back. I think the Blue Jays are going to have an advantage on that. And then the next game, or the next games, or series, I guess, the Guardians versus Mariners. Now, again, the Guardians were really close with the Tigers, so I'm going to have to go with the Mariners here. Not to mention, the Mariners have Cal Raleigh, who, if Aaron Judge does not win MVP, Cal Raleigh will get it. And like again, the Mariners did have the first round bye, which I guess both of the teams I selected had the byes. And yeah, I do believe that like they're gonna be able to get way farther than the Guardians. They're probably gonna sweep them. But now we move on to the NLDS. This is probably like I feel like the National League played way better than the American League this year. And I do think these are going to be more competitive games. No one's going to get swept at all. We have the Brewers versus Cubs. Again, like the Brewers are like the best. They're literally the best team in the league right now. And like the Cubs are the Cubs are gonna play well, but the Brewers are gonna take it. Obviously, there's not really another choice here. And then the final series in the division league, we have the Dodgers versus my Philadelphia Phillies. Now the Phillies did have better. Like the Phillies won both of the series at and versus the Dodgers. Like the Dodgers did play well against the Phillies in all those games. Okay, it's gonna be close, but I think my Phillies are going to take it. Even though I will admit my Phillies don't necessarily have the best. Like they did not play well last year in the postseason at all. They got the first round bye, but then almost got swept by the Mets. But I think the Phillies are going to take it and move on to the championship series. Now the ALCS. In the championship series, the winners of the championship series go to the World Series. I was not realizing how dirty my laptop is. Oh my god. But yeah, we had the Blue Jays versus the Seattle Mariners. I do think the Blue Jays are gonna have this. Like honestly, like it's a big difference between like the records, and also I'm not gonna lie, I think the Blue Jays have been anticipating this. I think like the Seattle again. I don't think anyone's gonna get swept in the division, like in the championship series or anytime. Like it's gonna be very close. It's probably gonna be. I'm gonna predict it's gonna go to either a game 5 or 6. But I think the Blue Jays are gonna be on the winning end of the spectrum and go to the World Series. And then for the NLCS, we have the Brewers versus Phillies, the top 2 teams in the entire league. The Phillies did win both of the series against the Brewers. Like they did play extremely well. The games were really close. I feel like however, I'm gonna have my Phillies winning it and going to the World Series because we are gonna have some of our players back from injury. I guess the Brewers are too, but I don't think they're not necessarily as good. Like the players on the Brewers injured. Like, I don't think it's going to affect them that much, honestly. So I think the Phillies are going to have a bigger impact from that. And it's going to push them to a World Series. But now, what we've been waiting for, the World Series predictions. The Toronto Blue Jays versus the Philadelphia Phillies. 94-68 versus 96-66. And who is going to be winning? Now, the Blue Jays, again, really good. And I did actually get a comment on one of my videos saying that the Blue Jays and Phillies are going to be the World Series. And honestly, I did predict it here, so I think that is going to be true. And who do I think is going to be winning? I think it is going to be the Philadelphia Phillies. Like, again, we're going to have a huge push from injuries, and like our players are going to, like, again, I want to make an extra prediction. This is going to go into a Game 7. Like, I do think, like, the Blue Jays are going to play really well. Like, every single game is going to be really close. There's probably going to be, like, 1 or 2 10th inning games. Maybe even an 11th inning game. There are going to be some extra, there's going to be a lot of extra inning games in the entire postseason, to be honest. But I think the Phillies are going to win it all. We do have a bit of an advantage. The Phillies-Blue Jays series, I don't know. I don't remember who won actually, but it was really close. That's all I know. But yeah, I have the Phillies winning the World Series, and that is my prediction. I will come back to this at the end of the postseason actually to see how many things I got right. But for now, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. All right, real quick before I actually end it off, they ended up asking me some more questions. I do believe there'll be 7 games played in the World Series. There will be 89 home runs in the entire postseason, and there will be 66 runs scored in the World Series, which might sound like a lot, but I do think that, like, again, 7-game series, and I think in the last World Series it was 5 games. There were like 40 something. So honestly, this might be logical, and again, very high scoring teams, good offense. But yeah, that's my actual ending. Peace out.